So the Cybertruck has another recall, and of course the media is blowing it way out of proportion. All this really is the little tiny motor that moves that windshield wiper blade. Yeah, that massive windshield wiper blade. They are having it recalled because it was drawing too much energy, and they're swapping it out. Not a big deal. And yes, that giant massive windshield wiper blade that a lot of you hate serves a purpose. This is the most aerodynamic truck ever built, and of course having horizontal blades is an aerodynamic issue when it's in a wind tunnel. That right there is very aerodynamic. It's also why those side mirrors come off of the Cybertruck as well, because you have cameras in the car. You don't really need them, the same as they are in any Tesla. But everybody sits here and wants to trash the Cybertruck because they're all shorting Tesla and they're losing a bunch of money. The reality is this is a brand new design vehicle. When you have a brand new design vehicle, there are recalls, kinks that you worked out. As a matter of fact, this isn't even in mass production yet. It's essentially in the equivalent of a beta stage. They're only selling so many at a time before mass production because they want real world testing to correct these little things, which usually people don't do. If you recall the Pontiac G6 GT when it first came out, I was one of the first people that had it. And believe it or not, at the time, that tech was really high end. Okay, I was one of the first people with it. I had to bring it back over 4 times for recalls because there were design flaws, because it was a brand new vehicle. There was no real world testing done, which is usually the case with every vehicle. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to question on whether or not people who write these articles have ever owned a brand new car, because I sure know that a lot of people in the comment section of these videos that trash this car clearly have never even had a driver's license, because anybody who's bought a brand new car when it first comes out, not years into generations, when it first comes out, there are always issues. As a matter of fact, they don't want to blow things out of proportion when Toyota years ago actually had a malfunction with their throttle body and it stuck open, causing people to die. Drive into houses, they couldn't unstick the throttle body. That's a big issue. Now, of course, this thing had the accelerator cover pedal slipped off. Oh, wow. Well, guess what? In a Tesla, unlike a fuel-injected vehicle, if you press down on the brake with the accelerator going, it will stop the vehicle. So there's still no reason for concern there. All right. You also had Ford with tires not too long ago. It was like 5-6 years ago. The tires flew off the freaking truck and they were crashing into everything. Nobody wants to talk about that. But if it has to do with Tesla, we blow it way out of proportion. At the end of the day, these recalls are very basic, very simplistic, and realistically, it's what you're going to expect on a brand new vehicle, especially one that has technology never seen before in an automobile. People don't comprehend these things, but it's very common for people with lower IQs to not comprehend things that are way above their grade mind-wise, all right? You have to remember how complex this vehicle is. It's even running like a 48-volt freaking system in it. The electrical system is like 48 volts. The standard vehicle is 12 volts, all right? Just that alone, the amount of ingenuity and creativity and intelligence that went into building an entire car that can run off a 48-volt system is insane. I know a lot of people aren't going to comprehend that the same way as they don't comprehend how aerodynamic this truck is. But at the end of the day, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Not a big deal. But there's no reason to blow things out of proportion, because it's a very standard thing when you have a brand new design vehicle to have recalls. Not that big a deal.